All right, ladies and gentlemen, on today's Indy Spotlight, we have a very special guest. He is the Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Champion, as well as the host of the critically acclaimed On Your Mark show. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, Mr. Mark E. Extreme. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. We know that you're extremely busy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I'm thankful that you did the E because I'm just a little exhausted today. We actually just stepped out. We were having a little backyard wrestling lesson. I let Skeeter take over, but we're doing chair shot lessons today. So, but yeah, I'm excited to take time, to get back to people like you, people that make it possible for us to have a place in this business.
Sure. Now, Mark, take us back to the beginning. When did you decide that you wanted to become a professional wrestler?
It's been something that I knew that I wanted to be ever since I was a little kid. I would jump off the couches and do elbow drops and everything, but it wasn't until I was like 13, 14 that I started taking this super seriously. And, like anybody that needs to take it seriously, what they do is they start their own company and they start booking themselves in matches. And, I did things the right way. I trained myself and I'm safe. And so I started acquiring a little bit of a company. And some of the guys that we've had in our company have been with us since day one. And yeah, it's been an honor. And since day one, I've been an undefeated champion. And, it's the type of thing is until I find somebody that can fill my boots, sure you guys can understand, that I can't drop the title. I don't want to shoot too hard, but it's just that
Sure.
type of thing. It's like I've known since I was very young, and I know to this day that I'm the best, and that's it.
Absolutely. We've watched a lot of your matches, and
Thank you.
we are big fans. But some wrestlers have a specific in-ring style. Some are high flyers. Some are more ground and pound. For people who haven't really been familiar with Marky Extreme, I can't imagine there's a lot of those people out there. But
Yeah.
could you describe your style for people listening out there?
Well, the thing that really sets me apart and puts me in that upper echelon, I believe, and truly feel, is that a lot of guys lower their standards and a lot of the boys lower their standards and put themselves into categories like you said, a high flyer and a technical wrestler. I cover all the categories. I can be a high flyer. I can be a technical wrestler. I can be a hardcore guy. I'm good at every one of the positions. And that's what I've trained myself to be. I've jumped off things, I've hit people with things, and I've cranked the headlocks. And so I just I don't like to put myself in any category because I'm in a category of my own.
Sure. Now, Mark, what is your finishing move?
I have a couple. One that I've been using a lot lately is I take a steel chair and hit somebody over the head 30 to 40 times.
Ow.
Wow.
Get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you said you started out, you kind of trained yourself, which is awesome. It's probably the best way to do it.
It saves money.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, can you walk us through your first match that you had?
Oh man, let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Now we like to call him Brutus the Balded Beefcake because he's 26 years old and he's already started balding. But at the time, I think he was Brutus. I don't remember his gimmick. I don't exactly remember. It's such a long time ago. But anyways, it was a match with him. It was in the Thompson's backyard, which is right down the street. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it because you guys follow our tapes.
Yeah.
And it was a 3-hour, 26-minute Iron Man match, and I got 46 wins. and he did not get any. And it was a perfect match. It was one of my best. And that was. There's not a lot I can remember about it because I've wrestled so many matches. I've been so many places that it's hard to remember everything. But yeah, it was the now Brutus the Balded Beefcake. Him and I had my first tango.
All right. Now, Mark, you were currently the reigning, defending Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Champion. How long have you held this championship? Has it been a while?
It's been 15 plus years. We didn't bring a belt in immediately to the company, but it was soon after we had our inaugural event. It's been around 15 plus years. I don't know the dates exactly. I know there's some fans online that keep track of those dates to a T, but I'm sure you can go on the Yahoo and find those dates.
Sure.
Now, we've seen some of your legendary matches at King of the Lawn, and one of my favorite events that you've put on is Babes, Boobs, and Bruises. What's the next show that you'll be competing at?
What's our July event? Let's see. It's so we like to play on the July 4th and barbecue. So we do Babes, Bruises, and Queers. We like to give back to the gay community. That we got a lot of gay people in my area, so all gay people get into the show for free. Babes, Bruises, and Queers, and there'll be women. We kind of like to try to cover all the bases at this event because it is America, and we're all we gotta be about equal rights at this point, or progress can't happen.
That's right. It's 2015 after all.
Yeah, I mean, this is you guys are doing just amazing work out there, and
thank you.
We just appreciate that so much.
No, thank you.
Now, Mark, you're also running a wrestling school. How many students you guys have right now?
We got about 6 or 7 students right now. Like I said, Skeeter's actually currently in the backyard right now. I'm looking at him. He's teaching chair shots right now. We like to start with the important stuff. And we feel at our school chair shots are the most important because what's the most entertaining part of a wrestling match? It is a chair shot. I don't know why WWE has steered away from doing chair shots to the head as much as they used to, but there's a lot of things wrong with that company, and I could go on for days about that. But yeah, right now we are looking at around 7 students. Got a lot of promising students. I've heard that WWE is doing a great thing down there in NXT with some of the people they got going there. And actually, I don't know if you've seen, I actually submitted a tape to be their new head trainer for Tough Enough. Didn't hear back, but I did actually hear, this was an exclusive you guys are kidding, we did actually hear back that they were wanting me to be a contestant on the show, to be a wrestler, and I was kind of insulted. And, I turned that down. But, best of luck to all those kids that are doing that. I hate it because they're being trained incorrectly, doing things the wrong way. But all I can do is do what I can here, and hopefully my impact on this business will have a ripple effect for years to come, and even past years that I have to hang up the boots.
Yeah, well, that's definitely going to be a sad day for everybody. But
it's not going to come anytime soon.
Okay, well, good. You mentioned Skeeter. We've seen his development over the years, and how do you feel he's doing these days on the wrestling side of everything?
Skeeter's doing real good. He likes to lean towards more of putting him in a category and more of a technical high flyer. But what, I see a lot of passion in Skeeter. Skeeter's my go-to guy. He's my right hand. He's my assistant. He does anything and everything that I need. And I'm a very busy man. I have a lot on my plate, and I have to have someone in my position needs an assistant. And Skeeter's got a lot of things up in the horizon, but being the champion and the top the top star of a company. I can't let anybody start rising too quickly. I gotta, put the brakes on, so
Sure.
once I start seeing a little reaction from the BWE audience from Skeeter, I kind of keep him off shows for a couple of months, and just gotta put the brakes on. I mean, I'm the attraction. Got to keep that special.
Sure. Now, aside from wrestling, promoting, and teaching, you are also the host of a show called On Your Mark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So since you're such a big star, do you ever think your guests, get intimidated coming on your show?
I believe that is the case almost every time, and it's understandably so. But I like to be patient with these guys. I understand that. Just like me, these guys have being a professional wrestler. It's unlike any career or path you can take in your life. It's a stress that nobody understands but me and these guys. So they're coming in here, and on top of the stress of traveling and being a professional wrestler, now they're getting the chance, the opportunity to meet someone like me. I couldn't even grasp what that kind of stress would feel like. So I try to just be patient with these guys, and 9 times out of 10, everything usually works out pretty well. We do have hiccups. I'm sure you guys may have seen my John Morrison episode. I don't like to bring it up that much, but it ended a little unexpected. But John and I we're doing good now. We're back on a friendship basis, and yeah. So everything is good. Everything is good. We have a great time shooting those interviews, and it's just a great opportunity for me to be able to let these guys meet me and learn from me, and hopefully create opportunities for us to make some business, because I'm all about what's best for business.
I think we can add humanitarian to that list, Steve. He's
Definitely.
just amazing. But we do a podcast. We talk with a lot of wrestlers as well. And who better to ask for some tips and advice than you? So is there anything that maybe you could let us know that you think we should be doing for the show?
I just want to let you know I can't talk much longer. I'm on prepaid minutes. I have like one of those prepaid cell phones. I can't afford anything too expensive. But I got a little bit of time. I just want to let you guys know.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. With your show, like you mentioned, who has been your favorite guest so far?
I would say if I could interview myself, that'd be my favorite. I don't know. I wouldn't really have a favorite. I guess I really have enjoyed every single one of them. Rob Van Dam is a good buddy, but I would have to say, okay, my favorite would probably have to be my tag team partner, the Badass Buddies, Joey Ryan. He's probably been my favorite interview. Now, we did go to WrestleCon a couple of weeks ago, and I had the chance to meet some amazing wrestlers, Road Warrior, Animal, and we had the chance to meet the Nasty Boy. We had a chance to meet a lot of big names, and you can see that on our YouTube channel. The videos are up there, and the only person that I didn't that much enjoy meeting was Noelle Foley. She's can I curse on here?
Absolutely.
She's a little bit of a bitch. But she's a little, yeah. But those videos are on our YouTube.
All right. Now, you spoke about WrestleCon. What was the turnout for you that day? Besides, the whole Noelle Foley debacle.
We had a lot of fans. I had a lot of fans coming up to us, asking for autographs and wanting to take pictures. And you can see all that on those videos on our YouTube channel. But it was the turnout was there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and I'd like to I believe that a lot of them were there to see me. My appearance was unannounced until actually a couple hours before the event on our Twitter. Skeeter tweeted. Skeeter actually drove me up there, and then he dropped me off. He had to come back because we actually had an event, but I actually took off that event to be there for the people for WrestleCon, and hopefully I can be at WrestleCon next year in Texas, and future events. If any, buddy's running a convention and they want to fly me out, put me up in a really nice hotel, they can do that. We'll work with Skeeter and I, and we'll work out, a price that works for each, party. I want to start giving, 15 years into this business, I feel like I'm at the point where I need to really start slowing down a little bit, not too much, but also give back to the people that have kept me in this position for so many years.
Now, we're based on the Northeast. We're on the East Coast. You travel all around the world, so we don't really get to see you that much. But we just want to know, is there any Mark E Extreme merchandise in the works?
Yeah, actually, it is in the works. We hopefully, we haven't reached out to any companies yet, but there's a lot of companies out there that make wrestling T-shirts. WWE Shop Zone, Pro Wrestling Tees, and 1 Hour Tees, all these places. And so we're going to reach out to each of these places, and hopefully, WWE Shop Zone will be the place to get it soon. But, who knows? Who knows where you might see some Marquee Extreme merchandise. But it is being discussed as well as other Marquee Extreme, possibly action figures, replica title belts, other kind of things that just again, we want to give back to the fans, and I feel like we're at the point that we need to be doing that.
Definitely. Now, is there any truth to the rumor that you may replace Stone Cold's podcast with On Your Mark on the WWE Network?
There's been talks. Yes, there has definitely, without a shadow of doubt, been talks between their parties, and Skeeter and me. Skeeter handles all my business. If the price, it all boils down to this business is about money. Scott Hall said it best a couple of years ago. I'm either in this business to make friends or make money, and I've made lots of friends, and it's now time to make money. So if the price is right, we can talk, but it's just a bit. It's just in the discussion phases at this point.
Sure. Now, would you think about if the possibility did arise, would your first guest be John Cena?
Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. If the price is right.
Sure.
He could learn a lot from talking to someone like me.
Now, we can't thank you enough, for coming on the show today. But for any fans that are listening to the show right now that want to find out more about Mark E Extreme and On Your Mark, where can they find that out?
Well, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. That is youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. And then we're on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. So you can just search On Your Mark Pro Wrestling, something, I don't know. But find us on the computers, and I want to thank you guys. You guys are doing a great thing over there at the Every Wrestling pod. What's the name of your show?
It's another wrestling podcast.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great thing. I'm a big fan. Been listening for, been listening, and just out of curiosity, who's your favorite guest that we've had on? Oh, that guy with the shirt. That one guy that had that shirt on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep. Could you just elaborate maybe a little more?
Yeah, it is a dark one. He was.
Okay. Yep. Well,
he was a dark person.
He was a dark person, or the shirt was dark.
He was a dark person.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Then that's one of our favorites.
Yeah, that guy. Well, yeah, he was a really good interview. My favorite part was when you guys talked about
Marquee Extreme. No, yeah, I just want to say, Marquee Extreme, I know your prepaid minutes are running up soon. Before we lose you, I just want to say, once again, thank you for joining us on the show. I know we barely scraped the surface with you. We'd love to have you on a future show.
Let's do it again, anytime that my schedule has, let's just keep in touch, and anytime my schedule opens up, we'll make this work. I'll definitely help you guys out.